All right, y'all. I talked about this book a million times before, and I'm going to talk about it a million more times until more people read it and more people understand everything behind it. Now, this book is called The Knowledge Gap by Natalie Wexler, and how this changed my perception of the field of education is the way that I now understand the importance of knowledge when it comes to literacy. So right now in the United States, there's a pendulum swing with the field, and this pendulum is swinging towards the importance of phonics and foundational basics in learning how to read, which is not horrible, okay? Because a lot of schools and a lot of school systems were not focusing on those foundational pieces of literature. So the kids weren't learning how to crack the code. I talked about this a little bit last week in the last video with cracking the code. But what this book really helped me understand better was the ways in which students' background knowledge really ties into their ability to learn how to read and how to become even better readers. So last week in the video, I talked about using the things that a student already knows to build upon their reading skills, right? Which I stand by that. That's a really great foundation to teach kids how to get into reading. But that does not mean you stop at what the kids know and only connecting things to their world. You want to expose them to things beyond their world as well. You want to expose them to other topics, concepts, all those different ideas to help build the knowledge so that they become more familiar with even more things as they read. That's what the knowledge gap helped me understand. It helped me understand how a lot of the curriculum that folks tend to use in the classroom is skill-based. So we might see folks teach drawing conclusion, main idea, vocabulary, how to look at context clues. I know I did this very early on in my teaching career. I taught these things as separate concepts and skills. But the argument in this text, backed by lots of beautiful research, is that knowledge and using things that are kind of thematic actually helps the students practice those skills even more and even stronger. And it all makes sense. Even in Zaretta Hammond's text, The Culturally Responsive Teaching in the Brain, which I talk about a lot, she brings up the fact of the background knowledge and connecting that. And that doesn't mean that you can't teach new things. It means that to teach new things, you should build off the things that the students already know. So my recommendation to y'all, if you want to understand literacy and understand how to bring your kids to this next level, The Knowledge Gap by Natalie Wexler.